Good afternoon, Ghana. How are you doing? Hope everybody is okay. This is your host, Benjamin Darko Manu. We're starting a new program, a very new program, newest program in Ghana called Think Outside the Box. This is going to help Ghana develop in so many ways, both mentally, physically, spiritually. And going to jet towards rethinking differently, doing things differently, aiding to have a national policy that to help all of us develop. Think outside the box will delve into so many things, into social cultural activities, into social cultural lifestyles, into investment, into various ways of keeping friendship, linking friendship to business, to investment, to the various activities that will help all of us grow. My name is Benjamin Dakomene once more. To begin with, I'll first touch on the fact that we all must be spiritually inclined, such that we build that spirituality that can give us that hope, that purpose, that zeal, that direction, perseverance, so that once we start, we can move on to get to where we're going to. For every Christian or every Muslim out there, what I entreat is everybody try to pray 5 times a day. That will go a long way to build a spirituality life and to have that connection with God and to find a purpose in life. What we're saying is, you first give thanks to God every day in the morning. You ask for forgiveness of sins for God, both for yourself, for your family, for friends, acquaintances, for the business, places that you work with, people you do business with, or all things that happen in life that you may not be aware or you might have forgotten. After asking for forgiveness of sins, you talk to God to give you power. You know, God owns every single power in the whole world. The creator of the universe, He owns every single power in the whole world. As I tell you before, when you talk to God to give you power, He'll give you power. God gives you power, and that power, He never takes it back. That is why you have that intellectual ability to sit, do presentation, invent things, build prints, build cars, open companies, manufacturing companies, set up ideas for accountancy and all that. That is a gift from God. So when you tell God to give you power, the power to fight the enemy, the power to give you the zeal to move, the hope, the power to win, the power to create that new stuff, God will give it to you. To give you powers for the spiritual realms and the realms of the spirit. God will give everything to you. So you talk to Him and He will give you. After getting power from God, you use that power to fight over the enemy. Whoever is trying to fight against whatever you do, your business, your life, your activities, whatever that you do in life, you talk to God about it. And you seek the protection for your family, your wife, your husband, your children, your family, your acquaintances, any person that think good for you, your pastors. You pray for all of them. Because when you pray for your pastors, the secret is whatever powers that is with them is referred to you. And that will go a long way to also empower you. But after you get these powers from God and you sack the enemy from your life, the next step that you do is to ask for blessings for your life, opportunities for your life, miracle money. You ask for good things say good things for your life, for your business, where you work. Pray for your bosses. Pray for the pastors. Pray for your family. Any acquaintances, any family member, an uncle, persons that think good for you, you pray for them. After you do that, you use the blood of Jesus or the power of God to seal off the prayer so that you can transcend. If you can do this twice a day, at least twice a day or 5 times a day, just as a Muslim pray, tell you build that personal relationship with God. And after you do that, you will be increasing in power day by day. The relationship becoming day by day. Whatever you touch become golden day by day. Because the enemy will leave you alone so you can transcend. This is by the way. Now I'll move ahead to discuss the main reason why we are here. Think outside the box is a whole new program born starting today to help think differently of doing things in a different way. Ghana has come over 62 years old, and up to now, we've not been able to get to the level we're supposed to get to. Ghana is supposed to be like Ethiopia. Ghana is supposed to be the US. Ghana is supposed to be more beautiful than even UK. Ghana is supposed to be bigger than Russia. Ghana is supposed to be bigger than China. Ghana is supposed to be more beautiful and more attractive. There should be more jobs created. There should be more opportunities created for the next generation and even the generation at hand or those who are in charge. But there are a lot of things we do in life that is taking us back, and that's the reason why we're not still being able to get to where we are. Many people will say you have to blame government upon government for not being together, or we fighting against each other. No, that is deep rooted in our family system. But I say we should think differently individually. This idea should start. It should start right from day one, from kindergarten. It should be embedded into our educational system to let people think nationalistic. Start thinking differently in ways to do things. And the same way that we have to encourage people with new ideas. We don't shy them down because we don't understand. Or we don't shy them down because we think they will be famous than us or they will get the opportunity. Meanwhile, if he create that stuff, that will break room or break free for another new opportunity, that will be for all of us. So this situation is deep rooted in our family system. So I'll start with the family system. If you check in the past, during the olden days, our family system were together. Both the external and the nuclear family were together. We've taken the new ways of the white man where the nuclear family is somehow separated from our extended family. But our system is deep rooted in our family system where the extended family is not really far away from the nuclear family. So if we build our nation building start from that lines, we'll get far. We first have to try to fight the issue of being selfless. We need to be selfless to encourage each other to get to the top. But once we build that spiritual life, once we have that love from God, once we have that hope, then we begin to pray for the good of others, for the good of our brothers, for the good of our sisters. So we need to learn to love one another and be together as one people. One thing you should remember is, if one person breaks free in the family, that will help the entire family to grow. If one person becomes a medical doctor and he builds a hospital, he will employ people, he will create opportunities. That means that other family members can have the things that come with it. So if we are one, and we are one people, helping each other, pushing each other, making sure whatever ideas you have, we all assist you and get you to be at the top. That will be aligned by making sure all other sectors of the family, including the aunties, cousins, grandmas, and everybody, will do the same. We help one to make it, and we help the other, and they all follow suit. By the time you will know, that family will have medical doctor, an engineer, an architecture, a pastor, a secretary, a head of security, a head of IT. They have so many wonderful people that come to the family. That will help the expansion of the family and the total liberation and total, opportunities for the entire family. In the long run, you realize that all sectors of that family will be doing well. So what I'm saying here is that we need to have each other's back, pray for each other, put our differences aside. Let's forge ahead and think of the national development in terms of development from the family system as it's supposed to be in the past. during our forefathers at the time they were together. So that when we are one people, we are selfless. And I see my brother excelling, I will help him to do it. If he does something wrong, but he has done something, instead of condemning him, rather I'll talk to him and then show him the new ways of how he can go about the same thing to get it done. And then he, the brother, too, have to accept the fact that I'm not criticizing him, that I want to condemn him, but I really want us to make sure whatever he has started, we finish it. And if we all jaw, we help each other to think through, to get things together. By the time we know, we are done. And we achieve what we want to achieve. And that will go a long way to help the entire family. So we need to restart rethinking about family systems from the nuclear and extended family. So I'm saying to you right now, aunties, cousins, siblings, brothers, sisters, enviness should be out. If something should be in the past, it should be gone by now. We should take it out of our system. Jealousy, we should take it out of our system. If we really want to get to the top, we need to think differently of our brothers and sisters. God has a reason why He gives you ideas and you not give Him that same idea. He gives her that idea and gives you something different. And whilst He's doing, as the tree proverb says, so he might be going forward knowing the idea he has, but there may be some few little problems with it. As you sit back, you will see, as a family member, as a citizen, as a person, what you do is you correct him, tell him, okay, fix it this way, that way. And you, the person too that is in charge, you need to listen. You don't have to get left-headed because you think you are in charge. You need to listen. Listen. When you listen and you take it and you add it to what you have, you realize that you get to the destination where you are going to. And whatever you wanted to achieve, you achieve it exactly as it's supposed to be. And before people will know, it is done. And by the time you finish, you realize that everybody, bits and pieces, there were some bits and pieces, few criticisms and contributions here and there that assisted you. So then everybody accepts whatever you brought in the long run. It wouldn't be like they have imposed on people. Sometimes with the courtesy that comes with that, you have to also inquire from people. You can ask few questions who have expertise in those things. Then they also bring a few ideas on board. And this will go a long way to shape the family that will transcend to a nation building. We need to stop cutting each other's back, finding ways to destroy the person, even though we know the right, whatever he's doing or she's doing is the right thing. We need to stop all those things. We need to start thinking differently. Because if I do well, my entire family will gain. If you do well, your entire family will gain. So why don't we come together with ideas, make it work, so that it will transcend to the entire family, to the next generation. When you travel to the States, travel to the UK and the rest, you are happy because they made a conscious effort to put those things aside. So when it comes to development of ideas, they come together as one force. One is the true thing to do, is the right thing to do, they do it. And I'm saying we can do the same. We can do the same. Even we have our family system that is structured to depend on each other. So instead of being divisive of each other and being envious of each other, we need to come together as one people. Think through. If somebody brings an idea that you don't even know anything about, but you know somebody can help, you give them the direction of how to go about it, or tell them or recommend them to that person to help them assist them. This is what we are missing. So let's start thinking differently and help each other, so we can achieve the main aim why we were born in Ghana, or the reason why we are Ghanaians. We should build everything that we do based on love, unity, and togetherness. We should take enviness, we should take jealousy out of our system. We should take that idea that if it's not me, there's not the right thing to do. If it's not me, then it's not mine. All these things, we should take it out. We should celebrate the brother who is doing well and assist him. Give him all the connections he needs to get there. And I tell your brothers too, once you get there, Do not start thinking that those who help you together are nobody. You have to pull them along. Whatever they also do that you can also assist them. And it goes to the younger folks too. Those that people invest money into you. When they do all the things for you, get to a level, then you think you are way above your head. Then you go beyond and start doing things against them. All these things must stop. So therefore, people can help, people can assist with new ideas. And no matter what the situation is, when you move on, the people you started with at the time they give you that opportunity to get to where you are today, you need to always remember them. If you just a phone call, it's okay. Or acknowledging whatever they did for you in life, it's enough. That one alone will say or will give clear information or send information across that you recognize whatever they did for you. So therefore, we can move forward. Our family system should be checked. We know no marry man and me person make catch one nyina si. Woman nyina ye baako. So nuanom odo baako. Ye nyi ahantan ni person nkumnya ne se nya me de a nya we de ene ntino memmoa mo ho nye. Ana wo se onipa ni yare ni be ye yie because enya wo ntino wo pekwan bi so be sai bibia. Misi woman nyina ye nua do ye baako. Nense yenyinya adwinse yenwa bia okra bibia papa betima aboa Ghana ana aboa ye ho ne ebusua no beboa no ma wetime du ho na ono so du ho a ono so etime boa na yenyina etime pagya kakra na wetime dia aka ho ayire aka ho ama na akopepepe se de ese se ye saa ahantan ni enyeme nua metan me mpana sem sa ne me nyina no begya na nie ejina so kese a odi ye be ye adwuma ne se Oma Kristo aye ewo mfimfin woni obaye biye mu na woyi ahantan afu mu woyi oya wo afu mu na wa make sure say obaboa unuan because then you betima na bia wontimi ye odi wa no beka na so du ho a wontimi ye tini obetima ye ne se oye no obaboa no na unuan so ye boa wo so a na wakai se unuan no waka oboa wo no when no so also boa won kwan a wo so be won de ni bitime pagya because we won so bi wo won mu a we wo so wontimi ye banyankopon ma kwan no se bitime aboa unuan na wo ase ho. As I tell you before, you need to do that. We need to be one people. Our family system, we need to go back to it. To be one, to be selfless. Where we know that if one person excels, it excels for the whole community. So therefore, we can forge ahead in life. We can forge ahead in life. Brothers, learn to help your sisters. Sisters, learn to help your brothers. Learn to respect your dad, your fathers. Learn to respect authority. Learn to make sure that you are one. Whenever you take over a position or whatever you take over a new position in a home, whatever your brother did, instead of criticizing him, look at what he did to wherever up to. Whatever needs can be done to refix it, you fix it. And that is how we can grow as a people. That's how we can grow as a family. Our situation is deep-rooted in our system, family system. Aunties don't like nephews. Nephews don't like aunties. Cousins don't like brothers. Sisters don't like siblings. Two family systems are fighting. All those things, we need to think differently and put it behind us so we can forge ahead. And when we have this positive notion embodied right from kindergarten all the way to the university level, it becomes part of our lifestyles and our family systems. So at the end of the day, we don't even think it. We just do it because it's part of us. That way, when we see somebody doing something good, we will support the person. We will not condemn it. We will rather help him with new ways of going around it so we can invent stuff. How come you have great Ghanaians inventing stuff, but they are not known here? When they get out there, both in the US, Across the world, you hear their names being mentioned because they invented those things. See, so we need to look at that. And to make a change, I'm telling you, Ghanaians, we need to be one. We need to be selfless. We need to look at our systems, from education system to the top. We need to start doing that right from day one, from kindergarten, letting our kids know that we are one people. We are all Ghanaians. We shouldn't put any tribal lines or family lines amongst us. We are one people with one common agenda. So that whatever we are doing now until we grow up is to help develop the nation as one people. Though we may come from different families or different tribes, we are Ghanaians. And that's what we need. And when we are able to have that nationalistic in our mind to help each other grow, it doesn't really matter whether I come from which tribe or that tribe. When I see my brother doing something good, I'll give him all the assistance he needs to get there. And he will excel. And once he excels for Ghana, for myself, for my group, and his family, and other families, and for the whole population. So I tell you now that we need to do that. This is what we need. This is what we need. Even if we can make it as a course or as a free course, that will be hammered from kindergarten all the way to primary, to JSS, all the way to university level. By the time you be out of school, it is in your system. It is part of you. So you don't do away with it. So you don't think about it. You just do it. You see your fellow brother from all parts of Ghana, wherever he's coming from. You see him as a Ghanaian. You don't see him as a different tribe. You don't see him for hate or anything. You see him as a Ghanaian. So we are one. For one people. So if you check in our family system, intermarriages over time, if you check through our family system, intermarriages over time, you realize that we almost come from every part of the country. If I take time and look through your family system, you realize that the person that you in the north that you think that he wasn't your brother, he's your brother. The one you think is from the south that is not your brother. The one from the west that you think is your brother. We are intertwined. So we are one people. We need to do away with that. This must start from kindergarten, all the way to the university level, to a tertiary level, to all the next levels that we can think. So that we have a national, we all think nationalistic. Ghanaians become nationalistic. It's not too late, we can start it now. So that our kids that are in school now, the next 10, 15, 20 years from now, they will have that in their system and they will think about Ghana. And we that are old now, we should make a conscious effort to make that happen. We help each other grow. We have to be one. National unity is one thing that we really need. We need it. So that all of us will see us Ghanaians. We don't have to see ourselves as tribes. No, we should be Ghanaians. We have to respect each other. Respect all the authorities in Ghana, from Asantehene to Yana to Aomafia in the Volta region, to the Western region, all the way to the Eastern region, the Central region, every region, all the authorities in this country need to respect them. But we need to be nationalistic. We should think as one people. We are one blood, one Ghana. Let's be one. And I tell you, if we do this, Ghana don't need to force anybody to like each other. We will like each other and we will fight a common cause. So if one person is doing something wrong, we all condemn it. If this person is doing the thing right, we all support it. Even if he's doing it and he's not doing it right, we correct it, we help him to correct it. We will not criticize it and tell him that it's bad, it's not good, and make it look bad at all. And which will go in a long way for us to lose money, lose jobs. People may end up losing their job, they even may die. And proper people will have good ideas that will be able to do things right, will be scared to even bring it forward. And so we will lose in the long run. We need to look at that for us to be one people. We need to be one people. One Ghana. We need this. We need this. Ghana, I'll come to the end of the first section of the program. As I told you before, my name is Benjamin Manu. I'm your host for a new program set up for Things Outside the Box on a channel, the M Time TV channel, a YouTube channel. You'll find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You subscribe to it so you can have more of this. There's a lot more that will come that will delve on investments, as I told you before. Our way of life, our lifestyles as a young people, to be more nationalistic, jet of development, manufacturing, ways to move the country forward and the world at large. As I told you before, I repeat once more, remember to every day give thanks to God for your entire family, your wife, your children, your husband, the church you go to, your pastor, the house you live in, your family, acquaintances, people who have helped you, people who are part of you as family, wherever they are across the world. Give thanks to God for their life, for not hearing nothing bad. Remember to ask for forgiveness of sins